before we talk about the games themselves, Steph is going to miss 5 more games. We thought that maybe tonight's game might have been his chance to come back a couple of weeks ago. That ended up not being the case. He's going to be reevaluated in another 10 days. Uh, that's unfortunate. So this season is becoming more and more looking like a lost season for Steph. It was already kind of a lost season for the team itself, but Steph's season is going and getting closer and closer to gone at this point. No chance for awards now, not even through like the technicality that could have been like he made it to 64 or 63 and they could have like skirted the rules a little bit. Like there's a little bit of wiggle room on that 65. No, now that's like gone.
Yeah, well, I mean, this team itself, Kristaps, I guess I just read that he's reportedly not going to fly with the team on this
Yeah,
travel road
yeah.
trip.
There
So
is. I was reading about this just before we started. So like, it is. It's a question mark about whether he's gonna fly or not. Like, it's not sure. They're like, I think he's probably not gonna go with the team. So he's missed 5. He's not playing tonight. This will be the 5th game in a row that he's missed. Uh, he's only played in the one game, and he played 17 minutes against Boston. Right? Yeah. Yeah, it
why
was
did we
against
trade
Boston.
for him? This doesn't make any sense to me, man.
For the
Like,
hope. It's for the hope, right? And it was also money. Um, because you had to make the money right for the Kuminga deal. That's part of it, you know. It's part money, part hope, part like, you're trying to catch lightning in a bottle. It's just a little bit of everything. He's a big man that can shoot the ball a bit. I mean, so like it's if if he's healthy and he can play, it could work. But in the end, he's not healthy right now. He's not able to stay on the floor, and so he's probably not going to travel with the team. I don't think. Right now, yeah, I mean, Kerr is not sure. Like he's not even sure when he's talking to the media about like what's going on with Kristaps
yeah,
Porzingis. So like he had to walk back some comments about the about his illness. So
they don't even know
uh
what it is.
yeah, well, it is POTS, but
No, they're saying that he has returned his timetable. Has returned his timetable. Uh, they don't know because he has a mysterious illness. That's not. They're not saying it's POTS. They're saying it's something else. They don't know what it is.
okay.
Which is even better. It actually just reported 7:06. Kerr talks Porzingis' absence. Warriors head coach admits Big Man doesn't have return timetable for mysterious illness. They don't even know what the hell it is. What's wrong with him?
Uh, so he also said, let's see, let's see. During a Friday radio interview, he was told by Hawks general manager that Porzingis didn't have POTS, but then walked those comments back prior to Saturday's game by saying he had made a quote stupid mistake by trying to speak about the condition. And then Kerr said, whenever Rick Celebrini comes back up here behind the mic, you can ask Rick. I'm not qualified. At least he's qualified. So at this point, he's probably just going to defer to Rick Celebrini to talk about anything to do with player health at this point. So that's probably the safer bet at this point. Let's get Rick on the mic. Uh,
Yeah.
uh you know, yeah. That's probably the right call. A little bit deflating at this point also is to just let's just check in on Kuminga in the 3 games uh since going to the Hawks. He's averaging 21.3 points on 67.7% shooting, while making 55.6% of his 3-point attempts. He's also getting 7.7 rebounds, 3.3 assists, and 1.7 steals. As
So
Atlanta has won all 3 appearances with him on the team.
I know I've been seeing a lot of Hawks fans like thinking Warriors fans are
Yeah.
Kuminga. I just want to put an asterisk on it. Look, do I think Kuminga has it in him to do that every single night? Sure, absolutely. Do I think he's going to do it every single night? Probably not. But here's
No.
the thing: he played the Wizards twice,
Yeah.
and he played the Trailblazers.
Yeah.
Both
And he's
are
also extra
pretty bad
motivated.
teams. Yeah.
Yeah. He's extra motivated to play super well right now. Let's see what happens after Atlanta starts losing again,
Yeah.
and
Let's
and
let's
things
let's see
start
on
turning
Wednesday when
bad.
he plays Giannis, who is now back and he played today. So let's see what that looks like for the Hawks when they
Although
play the Bucks.
they got curb stomped a bit by Boston. To be fair, I think.
They also didn't have Giannis, so Giannis is back. He came back today, so we'll see. I think Atlanta is not going to be what everyone thinks it is, and I do think Kaminga is going to come back down a little bit to earth. Maybe he's averaging 16 to 18 points. That's still pretty dang good. But I think the true shooting percentage and everything else of
Yeah.
his steals, they're going to come down. So
Yeah. Some better news though. Guy Santos, second round pick in 2022, number 55 overall. He gets himself a nice little extension, 3 years, 15 mil.
did
So
you
good
catch
for you, bud.
his interview, his presser?
No, but
So he called his parents
uh-huh.
to tell them about some news that he had for them. Didn't specify what it was, and Guy's parents assumed that he got his fiance pregnant.
Yeah. I did read about that though. I did read that. So yeah, that's fun. But yeah, he's he's gonna stick around for at least a little bit. He's got that extension. He's earned it. He's played pretty well, and he's put in the work. He's worked hard, and he spent that entire first year in Santa Cruz. He was a two-way player, for a while there too. So like he's really just grinded his way into becoming a guy that the team kind of relies on, especially without having the bigger players around now at this point.
He
Uh,
was Barbosa's pick. Barbosa was the one that heavily influenced that pick because
yeah,
he went to camps in Brazil.
the Brazilian connection there. Yeah, yeah.
So thank you, Barbosa, for that.
Yep.
We gonna be championship.
Yeah, we're gonna be championship, man. So yeah, shout out Guy Santos. All right, we already covered the Porzingis stuff. So over the last week, they took the loss at New Orleans last Tuesday. They get the win the following day at Memphis. That was a one-sided victory, and then they lose big versus the Lakers on Saturday. That was the ABC game. That was the ABC game, 129-101. That one I had on, and I hated myself for having it on, but I watched it and I was just grumpy while it was on. Um, yeah, so they're currently in eighth place, 31 wins, 29 losses. 3 games behind seventh place, 2.5 games ahead of ninth place. Like I said, they've just been, maintaining that safe distance between the car in front of you and the car behind you, just cruising along the freeway in that, in one of those middle lanes, just cruising along. Nobody can catch you. You can't catch anybody. They're just going.
Yeah.
They're going to the play-in tournament. They may win their way into the playoffs where they'll play Oklahoma City and then lose, or they may not go into the playoffs where they will become a lottery team, and then maybe they'll get lucky and then pull a Dallas Mavericks
Dallas
and jump
Mavericks.
all the way up to the number one seed out of nowhere, and then
You have to
people
sell your
call it
soul to do
rigs.
that first.
What's a soul? I don't care. Whatever. Sell that bad boy. Who cares? Whatever.
I saw that
Who
Boozer's
needs a
son
soul?
is going off for Duke tonight, and he's making his argument as to why he should be the number one pick over the But I mean, the number one pick is going to be the kid out of Utah. I can't pronounce his name. Dibanastas, I think is his last name. He's going to be probably your number one consensus overall pick. But I heard that this talent pool, this draft, it's like good for the first 5 players, and then after that, everything is a huge question
And
mark.
that's why you want to win the lottery, right? You
Yep,
want to get
yep,
in there.
yep.
Um,
So
yeah. So so this upcoming week, you're hosting the Clippers tonight. This game just tipped off. We're about 2 minutes in right now, and Warriors are up 6-4. So let's just stop the count. Stop the count. Uh, um. All right. And then at Houston on Thursday, at OKC on Saturday. So that's going to be a little bit of a rougher week. Hopefully they can get a couple of W's here. At least one of them on the road. We hope.